All right, we're back live here at Burton Wells Park in beautiful Beaufort, South Carolina. Field number 3, and we're here to resume the Abbeville versus Seneca 10U All-Star game, elimination game here tonight. We had about a 3.5-hour rain delay. The guys did a great job. My athletic staff, along with the grounds maintenance crew, did a phenomenal job getting the fields ready. Really thank them for what they did. But just give everybody a little update. We're going to resume the 10U play today, and we're going to have the 8U championship game on field 2. But the 12U games aren't going to resume until tomorrow at 9 a.m. With all the other games starting at 9 a.m. as well tomorrow. So we're about ready for actually going to give the starting pitcher for Abbeville, Jayla Paul, a few warm-up pitches here. To give everybody a little recap, we didn't really get too far into the top of the first, but Seneca did do a little damage in that time span, scoring 5 runs here, no outs in the top of the 5th. Batter Kiana Cannon coming to the bat. Here's the first pitch, and we're getting back going here at field 3. First pitch is a ball to Kiana. So 1-0 count here. Bases are juiced for Seneca. Abbeville pitcher Jayla Paul still in there. Next pitch is low for ball 2. So 2-0 count here. Sun is definitely out strong, but it looks like we're probably going to get some more inclement weather later on in the early evening. Oh, pass ball. Runner's coming home. Slides in there safely for run number 6 here and for Seneca. So Seneca takes a 6-0 lead here in the top of the first.
Now batting number 3, Harper Edwards.
They still Next pitch is in the dirt. It looks like there's a little delay on the steal there, and it looks like Bud Sullivan, the umpire, is going to call her safe, but so that is run number 7.
Now batting number 3,
as Kiana Cannon takes her base. All right, next up to bat will be number 3, Harper Edwards, right center fielder for the Seneca All-Stars. Almost 1 second we have. We're not sure what's going on here. Our umpire's coming to have a talk with our scorekeeper. All right, sorry about that. I had to leave the mic for a minute. Umpire was unaware of the ruling, so I wanted to clarify it. So we got 7 runs here. Batters Harper Edwards, runners on second and third for Seneca. Here's a pitch from Jayla Paul. And it's another ball in there as Jayla's having a little issue with the strike zone right now. A little long delay is probably made some of these girls a little tired. Let's see if she can get back into it. Next pitch, outside for ball 3. So 3-0 count now to the batter, Harper Edwards. Paul looking in. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. So Harper will take her base as number 5, Lily Glass, will step into the batter's box.
Number 5, Lily Glass.
So bases are juiced once again for Seneca. First pitch to Lily's in the dirt. I'm not sure what Harper Edwards is doing at first base, but she took off to second for whatever reason, and now that's the first out of the inning. I have no clue what just happened there, but it was not good, and there's the first out of the first inning on a base running mistake by Harper Edwards. So 1 out here, a 1-0 count to the batter, Lily Glass. Here's the pitch, right down the middle for a ball. So I'm assuming that's a 2-0 count here. I'm not. 2-0 count, 1 out here in the top of the first. Ball hits the plate, gets back to the backstop, but the runner will stay on third. So 3-0 count here. 7-0 ball game so far in the top of the first inning. Next pitch in there for a ball. So that is ball 4. And there was almost a play where the runner on third thought she was going to come home, but that was nowhere for her to go, as it was a walk, and there was a base open on first base. But anyway, no harm, no foul. Up to bat is, we're back to the top lineup, and number 6, Piper Vassie. Here's the first pitch to Piper, and it is struck and hit over to the right side of the second baseman. She cannot make the play, picks up and tries to throw it to first, and not in time, as Vassie gets her an RBI single with number 13, Kaylee Mitchell, coming home. We're not real sure what's going on here. Looks like I think he's talking about it should have been an infield fly, but we're trying to figure out what's going on. It should have been an infield fly. Did they send the runner back? We're not sure. We're going to have to get clarification on that. But either way, right now we're going to call it 8-0, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. First pitch to Tegan Whitfield is low for ball 1. So 1-0 count now to Whitfield. Here's the pitch from Paul. Swung on, tap back to the pitcher's mound, and I'm not sure what. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. I don't think Jayla Paul was aware there's 2 outs, and all she needed to do was throw it over to first base. But anyway, so that will load the bases up for Seneca again. So 2 outs here. Oh, 2 outs here. And Kendall Leaper will step in the batter's box for Seneca, looking to add some more damage here in the first inning. First pitch to Kendall was hit hard to the left side. Third baseman feels it and steps and throws home. Makes a good play, but Marshall is unable to catch it at home. That was a nice play by third baseman Jelaya Ford. But that will score another run for Seneca and make the score 9-0. 2 outs here in the top of the first. So, head baseball coach for Abbeville, B.J. Smith, out to talk to his girls, get him to calm down. Had a great conversation with BJ last night. Really good guy. Him and his team have shown great sportsmanship. They were very appreciative of the meal and the movie night we had last night for the girls. So I want to thank the Abbeville All-Stars and what they've done throughout this tournament. Here's a pitch from Paul. Pitch is, I believe, a little low and is ball one. So Jayla Paul's looking in here. Looks like she's ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that ball is crushed down the left field line, but foul. The batter, Kaylee Hunter. Yeah, Kaylee Hunter, she took a big cut at that and hit it hard down the line, but foul. Here's the next pitch from Jayla Paul. Swung on and hit to second. Second baseman Greeter makes a play on it and throws it over to first, but first baseman Nakira Jackson was unable to make the play. So that'll score another run to make the game 10-0 here in the top of the first.
Number 10, Stella Latimer.
So 10-0, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Now at the bat for Seneca is number 10, Stella Latimer. Seneca has done a great job here putting runs on the board. Abbeville's kind of shot themselves in the foot a couple times. Made some errors and unable to make a few plays that they should have made, but they still plenty of game left for them to take the chance to come back. So here's the pitch from Jayla, a little low as well. So the count is now 2-0 to the hitter Latimer. No, you not. So next pitch is in there for a ball. 3-0 count, 2 outs here, top of the first. Here's the pitch from Jayla. Right down Broadway for ball 4. I'm kind of confused on some of these pitches, but anyway, that'll be ball 4 and another run in here for Seneca, so that'll make the score 11-0 so far. Next up to bat will be Kara Congdon, number 8, right fielder for Seneca. Big cut there by Kara for strike 1. Here goes Jayla, the next pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 count now. One count, 1-1 pitch. Ball 2, 2-1 now. So wet field out there, folks, but it is playable. Jayla toes the rubber. Here's the pitch. 3-1 count now. Nowhere to put Congdon, so a walk's another run for Seneca. Next pitch is in there for first strike, I guess. Having a little confusion on the umpire. He needs to show us what's balls and what are strikes, but we'll see if it happens here. Next pitch. Here comes. Swung on, hit back up the middle off of Jayla Paul's foot. Second baseman Greeter fills it. Gets it over to first base barely late. That was a tough play. Greeter made a good play trying to get the ball to throw to first to get the out, but was unable to, and another run will come on to score. So 12-0 now, Seneca in the top of the first inning. Destiny Werner, number 12, left fielder for Seneca, will step in the box. Destiny already has a run scored in this inning. First pitch to Werner, low for ball one. Here goes Jayla's next pitch. Outside for ball two. Here's a pitch from Jayla. And that ball's a little low as well. So 3-0 count now here to the left fielder for Seneca, Destiny Werner. Paul's ready. Here's her pitch. That was a strike, I guess, so 3-1 count. We have to have a little word with our home plate umpire and let him know that, hey, how about you point the strikes and balls out for us. Next pitch, swung on, big cut by Destiny, but misses, so now the count is full. So here's the payoff pitch coming. Paul's ready, she's on the rubber, and here's the windup, here's the pitch. In there for strike three. And Abbeville will get out of the inning, but not before Seneca puts 12 runs up on the board here in the top of the first. So we'll move on to the bottom half. You're on the County Channel. See you in You think I'm kidding? You called it yesterday, didn't you? Or did Ethan call it yesterday? That was Daryl. Daryl said they're like, oh, they're probably going to score.
Now batting, number 27, Jaron Marshall.
All right, we're back here on the County Channel, ready for the bottom first inning. Seneca up 12-0 early on. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Jaron Marshall, in there for a strike. Starting pitcher for Seneca is number 9, Tegan Whitfield. Next one's in there for strike two. Tegan's throwing some gas up there. And not sure if anybody's prepared for it. So anyway, Whitfield's ready. Here's the pitch. In there for strike three, as I'm not sure what Marshall was looking for, as all three of them were right down the middle.
Now
So one out here in the bottom of the first. Next up would be number 56, Avery Greeter. First pitch in there, and Avery takes a hack at it but misses. So 0-1 count here, one out in the bottom of the first inning. Next pitch is low and outside for ball one. Don't let the score fool you. Abbeville was down 9-1 yesterday against the Bluffton All-Stars and ended up winning the game 19-14. So they're not afraid to put up some runs here, and they have the ability to do so. So 2-1 count now to Avery as Tegan toes the rubber, and she's about ready to throw her next pitch. Here it is. Swung on, tap foul by Greeter. So 2-2 count now. One out here in the bottom of the first inning. Avery's ready. Stands in there. And ball's low for ball three. So that'll run the count full here to the second baseman for Abbeville, Avery Greeter. Next pitch is way high for ball four. So Avery will drop it back and take off to first base, and she'll run through the bag. I like the hustle. So next up to bat for Abbeville will be the right center fielder, Isabella Holder, number 6. So one out here in the bottom of the first, one runner on. First pitch to Isabella is in there for a strike. So 0-1 count pitch. Here comes Isabella. It looks like it went a little high off the head of, I think, our umpire, Bud Sullivan. On that play, Avery made it down to second base. So 1-1 count now. Here, one out. Here's Tegan. She's ready. Here's pitch. Low and inside. Almost hits Isabella as she does a good job of getting out of the way. So 2-1 count now. Runner in scoring position here for Abbeville. Trying to put some runs on the board, cutting this deficit. Here's the pitch from Tegan. High, gets by the catcher, and looks like that Avery will be able to advance another base. Here's the pitch for Tegan. Swung on, big cut by Isabella, and it's fouled off to the backstop. That'll run the count full. So payoff pitch coming to Holder. In there for strike 3. So Whitfield strikes out another one. 2 strikeouts now for in the inning. So 2 outs. Runner on third base. And stepping to the plate will be left center fielder Zymeria Jones. Sorry if y'all hear some of the loudness in the background. My cohort calling on field 2 is really loud. Oh, there's a big hit there by Zymeria Jones. Gets over the third baseman's head, and it'll be in there for a single, and Abbeville is on the board. So the score is now 12-1 as Abbeville scores their first run of the ball game. So with 2 outs here, first inning of the play, here's the first pitch to the batter, number 8, Charlotte Smith, shortstop for the Abbeville All-Stars. That was a big hit by Zymeria Jones. Abbeville desperately needs runner and runs in the board. The ball goes high and it gets by the catcher, and Zymeria will take off down to second base. So now runner in scoring position with 2 outs, 2-0 count now to the batter, Charlotte Smith. Tegan Whitfield looks to the dugout, looks ready to pitch. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball 3. So now a 3-0 count to the hitter, Charlotte Smith, shortstop for the Abbeville All-Stars. Hot pink helmet Charlotte has. And that is ball 4, and Charlotte will toss her bat and head on down to first base. So run on first and second now. 2 outs. Score is still 12-1. Now stepping in the box will be Jayla Paul, the starting pitcher for Abbeville. Jayla's pitched a lot this tournament. Has done a great job for Abbeville. Swung on and missed for first strike. The ball gets by the catcher a little bit, and the runners will advance to second and third. So now Abbeville has 2 runners in scoring position. as they look to try to cut this deficit. Here's the pitch for Teagan. Wow. Oh, it did hit her. Okay. Jayla's pitch was thrown behind her, and I thought she would got out of the way of it, but it looks like it must have hit her, and so she will trot on down to first base to load the bases for number 11, Nakira Jackson, first baseman for the Abbeville All-Stars. So Abbeville has the bases juice. Here's the first pitch to Nakira, and she hits it over to the right side, fielded by the second baseman, Latimer, and she will throw it over to the first for the third out of the inning. So Teagan Whitfield gets out of the inning with minimal damage, so we'll move on to the second. Abbeville is trailing Seneca 12-1. You're here on the County Channel.
Now batting, number 13, Kaylee Mitchell.
All right, we're back here on the County Channel, top of the second inning. Scoreboard controller's kind of lacking on his job over here. Top of the second inning, 12-1 still. New pitcher on the mound for the Abbeville All-Stars. I believe that is Jaredon Marshall. I am very sorry that she's pitched a little bit yesterday. She's back on the mound right now. Batting for Seneca will be number 13, Kaylee Mitchell. Marshall's ready. Towing the rubber. Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball 2. So 2-0 count now here with no outs at the top of the second inning. 12-1 score so far. Seneca really had a lot of success there in the first inning. Looking to expand on that right now. So Marshall looking in. Toes the rubber. Here's the windup. And the pitch. A little outside and low for ball 3. So 3-0 count now to the batter, Kaylee Mitchell. So 3-0 pitch coming here from Marshall. Here's the pitch. And it's high and outside for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk here.
Number 7.
Next up to bat will be number 7, Kiana Cannon. So, I don't know, Kiana needs to be careful. That ground is very wet. So, if she's trying to get a better grip on the ball, I don't know if she's going to get it with that ground. Anyway, no runs, no hits, no outs yet. First pitch is in there to the batter, Kiana Cannon, and I'm not sure if it's a ball or a strike. I'm going to call it a ball unless otherwise told. So 1-0 count now. On the pitch, the runner advances to second base, so now I have a runner in scoring position. So 1-0 pitch here from Marshall. Very deliberate windup she has. Here's the pitch. A little high, I'm guessing, for ball 2. Yep, 2-0 count now to the batter, Cannon. Left center fielder for the Seneca All-Stars. So 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Cannon. In there for strike 1. So 2-1 count now on the batter, Cannon. This looks like we've had a beautiful day all day if you came to the park right now, but it has been anything but that with the 3.5-hour rain delay we had earlier. Marshall looks in. Here's the pitch. Ball's low for ball 3, so 3-1 count now to the hitter, Cannon. No outs, runner on second base for Seneca. Marshall takes her time at the mound. Looks like he's ready. Here's the windup. The pitch. High for ball 4. So now Cannon will take her base. So runners now on first and second for the hitter, number 3, Harper Edwards, right center fielder for Seneca. No outs. Seneca already has a 12-1 lead, so Abbeville needs to make sure they do all they can not to allow any more runs this inning. Marshall looking in. Looks like she's ready. Here's the pitch. Just a bit outside. So 1-0 count now. No outs. Runner on first, second. Marshall's looking in. She winds up. Here's the pitch. Another one outside and high for ball 2. 2-0 count now to the batter, Harper Edwards. Marshall looking in, ready for next pitch. Here it comes. In there for strike 1. So now 2-1 count now to the batter, Edwards. I've had a few pitchers that work very quickly, but Jared Marshall is definitely one that likes to take her time and think about how she's going to do it out there. Here's next pitch, a little low. Ball 3, 3-1 count now. Here's the pitch from Marshall. Swung on and missed. Foul tip, strike 2, so 3-2 count now. Runner on first and second, no outs here as Seneca is hoping to extend their lead. So here's the payoff pitch coming from Jared Marshall. Swung on and missed. So the first out here in the top of the second inning. Strikeout there for the pitcher, Jared Marshall. So it's a big out for the Abbeville All-Stars. Next up to bat will be number 5, Lily Glass. So runners on first and second. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Marshall looking in, gets a little confidence there from striking out the last batter. Here's the pitch. A little outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count, 1 out here. Marshall looking in, waiting for the next pitch. Here it comes. Rolled in there for ball 2. So 2-0 count now. Yeah, we are patiently waiting for the third pitch of the bat. Very patiently waiting. Here's the pitch from Marshall. A little low for ball 3, so 3-0 count now. 1 out here, top of the second inning. For runners on first and second, she is not going to look to load the bases here. Let's see if Marshall can battle back here in the as the pitch is outside. Goes to the backstop, but it was already ball 4. So runners will advance 1 base. And we're back at the top of the lineup with number 6, Piper Vassy, first baseman for Seneca, stepping into batter's box.
Number 6, Piper Vassy.
So bases are loaded as Seneca's looking to extend a large lead they already have in this game, 12-1. Marshall toes the rubber. She's ready. Here's the windup. And the pitch, a little low for ball 1. Ball gets by the catcher, by the backstop, but the runner will stay put at third. Kaylee Mitchell decides that, she don't want to make that tough second out at home plate. Smart move probably by the base runner. So 1-0 count, 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Here's the pitch from Marshall. A little outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count. 2-0 count to the batter, Piper Vassy. And the pitch is high for ball 3 as our umpire bells out back there. Didn't want to get hit by the ball. So 3-0 count, 1 out here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch from Marshall. Here's the windup. Here comes, and is rolled in there for ball 4. Or, excuse me, ball 3. So 3-1 count. Sorry, our scoreboard clock worker is having a little issues here today. I'm kidding. Next pitch for Marshall coming. 3-1 pitch. Swung on, laced. No. Oh, hit by the. Oh, is she going to be able to get her? Yes, she does. Out. What a play by the pitcher. By the pitcher and third baseman for Abbeville. Abbeville catches the ball, quickly throws it over to the third baseman and doubles off the runner at third. So we'll move on to the bottom of the second. You're on the County Channel. All right, we're back for the bottom of the second inning. First on the bat for the Abbeville All-Stars will be number 12, Jalea Ford. First pitch would look like it was 1-1 count. Sorry, I missed 2 pitches. I apologize for the delay there. Quick pitch here from, it looks like the same pitcher, Tegan Whitfield. So 2-1 count now. No outs here in the bottom of the second. Here's a pitch from Whitfield. A little low and inside. Ball 3. So 3-1 count now to the batter, Jalea Ford. Here's the pitch. In the dirt for ball 4, so Jalea would take off to first base.
Now batting number 13.
So stepping to the batter's box will be number 13, Taylor Richardson. Runner on first base. No outs here as Abbeville needs to cut into this lead made by Seneca. First pitch is in the dirt and gets by the catcher. Jalea Ford on first will take off to second and easily make it. So now there's a runner in runner in scoring position for Abbeville. As the batter, Taylor Richardson, steps in the batter's box ready for the next pitch. So it looks like Whitfield, the pitcher's ready. Here's the pitch. High and outside. Catcher drops it, and Jalea would take off to third base. So now a runner on third base. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs here in the second inning. Next pitch is blocked by the catcher. Good play by the catcher to keep the ball in front of her. So 3-0 count now to the hitter, Taylor Richardson. They're ready. Here's the pitch. High and inside, so Taylor will take the ball 4 and head on down to first base. So now we have runners on first and third. No outs here as Abbeville has something cooking here in the bottom of the second. And here's the next batter for Abbeville. Number 1, Brianna Anderson, left fielder for Abbeville. Pitches in the dirt and it gets by the catcher. Runner Jalea Ford will stay put at third base, but Taylor Richardson will advance to second to get both runners in scoring position, second and third base for Abbeville, as they look to add more runs here in the bottom of the second. Here's a pitch from Whitfield. In there for strike 1. So 1-1 count now to the batter, Anderson, left fielder for the Abbeville All-Stars. Next pitch from Whitfield is outside for ball 2. 2-1 count now to the batter, Brianna Anderson. Here's a pitch from Whitfield. I believe that's in there for strike 2. No, a little high, ball 3. Yeah. So 3-1 count now to the batter, Brianna Anderson, as Tegan Whitfield trying to get out of trouble she's gotten into here in the bottom of the second. In there for a strike, so that'll run the count full. 3-2 count. Here's a payoff pitch to Anderson. Low for ball 4 as Anderson would take off to first base to load the bases up for Abbeville as they have something cooking here in the bottom of the second with no outs. Now batting will be number 5, Michaela Gambrell. And it looks like head coach for Seneca, Brad Whitfield, will go out there to have a few words with his starting pitcher in the team, the infield, as the bases are loaded with no outs here. So no outs here, bases are loaded. We've had a great tournament. Weather's been great until today as we had a 3.5-hour rain delay, but we are trying to get in at least one more game before the night's over with because we believe there is some inclement weather coming around 6:30 p.m. So it looks like we're ready to resume Bob's second action. Here's the first pitch of Michaela Gambrell, and it's in there, swung on and missed by Michaela. So 0-1 count, no outs. The bases are loaded. There is nowhere to put her. So Whitfield has her work cut out for here. Next pitch is a little inside, ball 1, 1-1 count now. Whitfield, much faster pace than her counterpart, Marshall, for Abbeville. Looks like the next pitch was in there for a strike, I'm assuming.
we have a hard time deciphering Bud's calls. So that is a 1-2 count now here. Here's the next pitch again, bro. On the corner for strike 3. That's a big strikeout for Tegan Whitfield. So now there will be one out here in the bottom of the second, but we're back to the top of the lineup, and Jaredon Marshall will step in, the new pitcher for Abbeville, looking to help her own calls out by getting a big hit here for her team. Here's the first pitch. In there for a strike. Jaredon struck out in the first inning, but she's had some good at-bats here in this tournament. Here's the next pitch to Marshall. I believe that was a little low for ball one. 1-1 count now. One out here. Bases are loaded for Abbeville, who, as I've said already once today, had a big comeback win yesterday. Oh, next pitch is way inside and hits Marshall square between the numbers, but she takes off and will take her base and get her an RBI in the process. And Abbeville puts another run on the board. The score is now 12-2. Only one out here in the bottom of the second. Bases are still loaded for second baseman 56, Avery Greeter. First pitch to Greeter is outside for a ball one.
Avery Greeter.
So 1-0 count. Swung on, laced down the left field or left line. It's fielded in fair territory. Third baseman was thinking about going to first base, but smartly runs over to third for the force out. So good play by the third baseman for Seneca. Kaylee Hunter, that'll be out number 2. A run will come home to score. So now with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, Abbeville has cut in a little bit more to the lead. 12-3 score now for Abbeville. Next up to bat will be number 6, Isabella Holder for Abbeville. Runners on first and second. Looking to add some more runs here. Swung on, popped up in the infield right to third baseman. And good play by the third baseman, number 11, Kaylee Hunter. And that is out number 3. So we'll move on to the top of the third. Abbeville does score a couple runs, but Seneca still has a 12-3 lead here going to the bottom of top of the third. We'll see you in a second. She must have went into some. All right, leadoff batter for the top of the third is going to be Tegan Whitfield, the pitcher for Seneca. We're ready for the first pitch of the half inning from Marshall. Here it comes. Swung on, big cut by Whitfield. That'll be strike one. I think she chased one that was about eye level, and head coach Brad Whitfield, third base coach right now, let her know that she probably needs to leave those up there. Anyway, 0-1 count. No outs here, top of the third. Score is still 12-3 in favor of Seneca. Next pitch is a little outside. Ball one. 1-1 count now to Whitfield. Whitfield has a lime green helmet that you probably could see from Mars. That is a bright helmet. Maybe Jupiter, as my fellow announcer over here, Ethan Harris, says. It's pretty green. About as green as Assistant State Director Tim Morvin's shirt. Get some good laughs up here in the press box. Anyway, 1-1 count now, no outs, top of the third. Here's the pitch from the pitcher, Jared Marshall. A little low for ball two. 2-1 count now. (12-3) score here. Still early. Still early in the ballgame. Marshall looks in there, believes she has her sign. The windup, the pitch, and that is outside for ball three. So 3-1 count now. 3-1 count as Whitfield's looking to get on base and try to extend this lead that Seneca's created for themselves. Marshall looking in. She's got her sign. Here's the pitch. High and outside for ball four. So Tegan will scamper on down to first base. And next up will be number 2, Kendall Leeper, the shortstop for Seneca.
Now batting, number 2, Kendall Leeper.
So no outs here in the top of the third, and Seneca has her leadoff batter on base. Yeah, I think B.J. Smith, Abbeville's head coach, is going to run out there and have a few words so Marshall makes sure she's good to go. Looking at her wrist, I hope she isn't hurt out there. Her elbow's having some issues with her elbow. Looks like she's going to be tough and stick it out there on the mound. So like I said, Leeper, the shortstop for Seneca, will step in the batter's box. No outs here. Runner on first base. Looks like Marshall's ready for her next pitch, and she looks in there, toes the rubber, and here comes the pitch. Low for ball one. Whitfield will take off, and there won't be a throw down to second as Whitfield will stand up safely for a stolen base. So now running in scoring position for the Seneca All-Stars. Marshall's ready. Toes the rubber. Here's a wind-up and pitch. Barely misses, a little high, I guess, for ball two. 2-0 count now on the batter, Kendall Leeper. 2-0, no outs, runner on second. 12-3 score here in the top of the third. Next pitch coming from Marshall. Swung on, hit hard to the left side. Shortstop will bobble it. And Leeper will run safely into first base as Whitfield stays put on second. Hard hit ball
Number 11.
by number 2, Kendall Leeper. So stepping up to the batter's box now will be number 11, Kaylee Hunter, third baseman for the Seneca All-Stars. So no runs yet, but they are in danger of giving up 2 more as there are 2 runners on with no outs. First pitch is a little outside for ball 1. So 1-0 count now, top of the third inning. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Marshall. High. Whitfield take off from second and throw over to third is not going to be in time as Leeper heads over from first to second as well. So now we have 2 runners in scoring position, 2-0 count No outs, and Seneca has something working here early in the top of the third inning. Marshall looking on. She's ready for her next pitch. Here it is. Right down Broadway for first strike of the bat. 2-1 count. So 2-1 count now to the hitter, Kaylee Hunter. Marshall looks in. She's got her pitch. Here it comes. Swung on, hit back to the pitcher as Marshall feels it. She looks at the runner at third, and she's going to hold tight and make sure that she does not allow another run and walk back over into the pitcher circle. So now we have bases loaded. No outs here in the top of the third inning. As number 10, Stella Latimer, steps into the batter's box, second baseman for the Seneca All-Stars. As Marshall looks in, she's hoping to not allow any damage here in the top of the third. First pitch is high, dropped by the catcher, Jayla Paul, but no harm as it drops right beside her. So 1-0 count now. Seneca's looking to extend their 12-3 lead as they scored 12 runs in the first inning, but Abbeville did hold them scoreless in the second. Marshall looks on and she's ready. Here's pitch. Outside corner. Strike one. 1-1 count now. Ooh, that was kind of scary there for a second. Big cut there outside the on deck circle by Stella Lattimore, and I thought the catcher was going to get in the way, and that would not have felt good. But luckily it did not hit her. 1-1 pitch coming from Jared and Marshall. Here's the windup and the pitch. Inside corner for strike two. So Marshall gets the head of the hitter here, Latimer. 1-2 count now. Bases are loaded. So we're about ready for the 1-2 pitch as everybody's looking in great anticipation. Here it comes. High and outside for ball two. 2-2 count now. Abbeville and Seneca located not far from each other in the upstate of South Carolina. Rivalry within their district play. So they have seen each other a few times this season so far. Here comes the pitch from Marshall. Swung on, hit to the left side. That will stay fair as it's fielded by the third baseman. She will throw home, but Whitfield will slide in safe as the ball hits her in the back. It looks like she might be in some pain. Jalea Ford fielded the ball great, did a great job fielding it, and throwing home is not easy in that situation as it's tough to get the throw around the runner to get to the catcher. So Seneca will score another run to add to their lead. It's now 13-3. The bases will stay loaded as well. So at number 8, Kara Congdon, right fielder for the Seneca All-Stars, will step up to the bat. So no outs here still in the top of the third. Seneca looking to break this game wide open here. Marshall's ready for a pitch, and here it is. High and outside for ball one. Yeah. Oh. That's Evan. 1-0 count. Sorry, I was distracted there for a second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed by Congdon. That'll even the count at 1-1. Marshall looking to see if she can get out of here without any more damage this inning. So 1-1 pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball action in there for strike two. 1-2 count now, so Marshall is way ahead of the hitter, looking to see if she doesn't get in any more trouble than they've already put themselves into. So here's 1-2 pitch. Oh, hit to the right side. Greeter will not be able to field it, and it will be an infield single, and another run comes home to score for Seneca. That'll extend their lead to 14-3, and the bases are still juiced for left fielder Destiny Werner.
12, Destiny Werner.
So top of the third inning, 14-3. That is your score. And there are no outs, so Seneca could really pour it on here as Marshall toes the rubber and looks to extinguish this hot-hitting team. First pitch is low, and I guess it's a ball. I don't know if it hit Destiny, but no harm, no foul. We'll go with a 1-0 count. So Marshall's looking in. She's ready for her next pitch. Swung on, big cut there by Destiny, but no luck there in making contact as they'll even the count at 1-1. I believe Marshall's been watching a lot of professional baseball or softball because she takes her time out there on the mound. Or rather than the circle, I guess you could say. Here's the pitch from Marshall. Swung on, another big cut by Destiny. That'll be strike two, 1-2 count now. So 1-2 count, no outs here. Bases are loaded. Next pitch is low for ball two. 2-2 count now. The batter, Destiny Werner, looking to extend Seneca's lead here with one big at bat. Big hit. So 14-3 score. Marshall looking in. Here's the pitch to Marshall. And that hits Destiny Werner, which it doesn't matter either way because it was going to be ball four. So she'll trot on down and get herself an RBI hit by pitch or RBI ball or walk, whatever you want to call it. So anyway, Kaylee Hunter will come on to score, and that'll extend the lead to 15-3.
Kaylee Mitchell.
So number 13, Kaylee Mitchell will step in the box. No outs still. Bases are loaded. Score is 15-3 in favor of the Seneca All-Stars. Abbeville really needs to look at putting this rally to rest here. First pitch is high and outside for ball one. So 1-0 count now to the batter, Kaylee Mitchell. Here comes the pitch from Marshall. High for ball two. So 2-0 count now to the batter, Kaylee Mitchell. So 2-0 count, no outs. 3 runs already in the inning. And Seneca's looking to add some more. Here's the pitch from Marshall. High and outside for ball 3. 3-0 count now. No place to put Mitchell. A walk would score another run for the Seneca All-Stars. And that is ball 4. So run will come on to score, and that will make it 16-3 in favor of the Seneca All-Stars.
7, Kiana Cannon.
And Kiana Cannon will step to the plate for Seneca in the top of the third inning. We'll have time and call by the head coach for the Abbeville All-Stars. We'll go out there and talk to his team for a second. All right, it looks like we're about ready to resume play here. So now to bat is Kiana Cannon, and no outs. Bases are loaded. Marshall's ready. Here's her pitch. Low for ball one. So 1-0 count as Marshall takes her time out there on the mound. And here's the pitch. Another low for ball two.
Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off.
So Marshall's looking in there. 2-0 count. Cannon's ready for the next pitch. Ball three. So 3-0 pitch on its way here in a few seconds. And here it comes. And that's high and outside for ball four. So Cannon will trot on down to first base. And it looks like Congdon will trot on to home plate for the 17th run of the ball game. So Harper Edwards, number 3, will step into the batter's box, but it looks like we're going to have a pitching change as B.J. Smith, the head coach for Abbeville, will walk out. And I believe he's going to call right fielder Taylor Richardson in to pitch. I told you, Shannon, you act like it was going to, you act like you were positive it was going to rain. Positive.
You were the one that didn't even want to do these.
I didn't want to cancel them then, though. I said we were going to wait till 4 or 4:30 to see, and we were going to push it back to 6, do 6 and 8. Oh, but she was positive. Oh, she was positive it was going to rain at 6:30.
Oh, buddy.
If you go by the hour,
Huh?
if you go by the hour, it's going to rain this afternoon.
Every day. That's right.
First pitch, she about hit 3.
I don't know why he took out Jayla. I mean, she won't do an all.
Is she out of inning?
No, there's no pitch count. There's no pitch inning or anything. And playing at 6 and 8. That's exactly what we're saying.
I misunderstood.
Huh? Yeah, that'll work. All right, we're ready. Here's the first pitch. The new pitcher, Taylor Richardson, for the Abbeville All-Stars. So 1-0 count now to the hitter, Harper Edwards. So 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Richardson. Hit hard to the right side, fielded by Greeter and thrown over to first base in time for the first out of the inning. But that was an RBI ground out for Harper Edwards as Destiny Werner comes around to score to make the score 18-3 in favor of the Seneca All-Stars.
Number 5, Lily Glass.
So now at the bat will be number 5, Lily Glass, looking to add some more runs. Runners on second and third, still in scoring position for Seneca. First pitch is low and good block by Jayla Paul, the catcher. What's the score there? So it looks like Richardson's looking in and getting their sign. 1-0 pitch coming. And it's high and outside for ball 2. So 2-0 count now to the hitter, Lily Glass. So here's a pitch from Taylor. Low and inside for ball 3. Skips to the left side. But I believe Seneca's coach is going to show a little sportsmanship and tell his girls not to advance unless they have to. Here's the next pitch from Taylor. High and inside for ball 4. So Glass will trot on down to first base as we're back to the top of the lineup for Seneca's number 6, Piper Vassy, step to the box.
Number 6, Piper Vassy.
So 1 out here, no outs, or excuse me, 1 out. Top of the third action, Seneca's way up now, 18-3 on the Seneca or the Abbeville All-Stars. First pitch to Vassy is low and outside, ball 1. Richardson's looking in there. Here's the pitch. A little inside, gets by the catcher. Runner on third will stay put. So 2-0 count here to the batter, Piper Vassy, first baseman for the Seneca All-Stars. Next pitch is way behind the first batter and over ahead for the third ball of the bat. So 3-0 count now, 1 out here. Top of the third inning, and just so everybody knows, the mercy rule is 12 runs after 3 innings. So Richardson looks in. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. So 3-1 count now to Vassy. Here's the pitch from Richardson. Is way high. Gets back to the backstop for ball 4. So that'll bring home the 19th run of the game for Seneca.
Now batting number 9.
So 19-3, 1 out here. Top of the third, and Tegan Whitfield, the opposing pitcher, will step into the batter's box. I believe Tegan was the one who led off this inning about 45 minutes ago. First pitch to Tegan is low for ball 1. So 1-0 count now to Tegan. 1 out here in the top of the third. Richardson looks in. She has her pitch, and here it comes. Another one low for ball 2. Richardson looking on. Here's the pitch. High for ball 3. So 2-0 count. It looks like Jayla Paul is having more issues with her shin guard. She's had issues with it a few times this game. So 2-0 count now. No outs, or excuse me, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Seneca has a pretty healthy lead on the Abbeville All-Stars. Here's the pitch, and that is behind and almost hits Teagan, and that was ball 4. So another run will come home as not sure what the Richardson was thinking, but she tried to tag out the runner, but it was ball 4. So the score is now 20-3, top of the 3rd inning. 1 out as a little sportsmanship being shown by the Seneca team, and runner steps off third for the 2nd out of the inning as the Abbeville All-Stars are having little issue, and you know it's tough at this time. Kids are tired, and it's been a long tournament, and it looks like they stepped off again for out number 3. So we'll move on to the bottom of the 3rd. Seneca's up 20-3 on the Abbeville All-Stars. We'll see you in a second.
Number 7, Zamiria Jones. Now batting, number 7, Zamiria Jones.
All right, we're ready for the bottom of the 3rd. And here's the first pitch. New pitcher on the mound for the Seneca All-Stars is Kendall Leeper. And batting for Abbeville will be number 7, Zamiria Jones. First pitch is way outside for ball 1. Next pitch from Leeper. Big cut by Jones, but missed. Abbeville needs 6 runs. My math is not very good right now. 6 runs to stay alive in this state tournament. Next pitch is fouled off to the backstop by Zamiria. So 1-2 pitch on the about to come here from the new pitcher for Seneca, Kendall Leeper. 1-2 pitch. It's on its way. Hard hit ball to the left side. Hard play, tough play. We'll see how the official scorekeeper scores out. Oh, then they throw it to first for whatever reason. The runner goes off to second. And, yep. I'm not sure what Zamiria was thinking, but she takes off the second, good base running, but then she steps off the bag, and the second baseman tags her out for out number 1. So hard hit ball, though, by Zamiria.
Charlotte Smith.
Next up to bat will be number 8, Charlotte Smith. As the Abbeville All-Stars are down to the last few outs. Here's the first pitch to Smith. In there for strike 1. And just want to say that on field 2, the Seneca 8U girls just won the state softball championship. I'd like to congratulate them. Next pitch is swung on and missed by Smith, so there's 0-2 count here. 1 out on the top of the third, bottom of the third. Next pitch, a little high and outside for ball 2. 2-2 count now, or 1-2 count. Not sure what count it is actually, but you know, my scorekeeper's not really helping me out. Anyway, 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And Smith goes down swinging for out number 2. So last chance here for Abbeville, and number 9, Jayla Paul, the catcher for Abbeville, will step in the batter's box. Swung on, big cut by Jayla, but that'll be strike 1 as Kendall Leeper has come in and thrown a lot of strikes here to help out her Seneca girls looking to move on to the games tomorrow. Next pitch is fouled off to the backstop. So 0-2 count here, 2 strikes. Abbeville down to their last strike of the tournament. Here goes. Next pitch is way outside for ball 1. 1-2 count coming. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Your score, Seneca 20, Abbeville 3, as Seneca's had their way with this ball game. Next pitch is in there, swung on, strike 3, and that's your ball game, folks, as the Seneca girls defeat Abbeville 20-3. I'd like to congratulate Abbeville for a great tournament and hope they have a safe trip home. Seneca will move on to the games tomorrow. They'll play at 9 o'clock to see who moves on to the championship game at 11. So we'll see you here bright and early, 9 a.m. on field 3 as the 10U state championship tournament continues. You're on the county channel. We enjoyed it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.